Maybe Rolly in May, that's what we're working towards, Rolly in May, or Garcia, June, July. Or maybe Rolly in May, and then Garcia in September.
What's up, my people? This the Black Toe Sugars. I'm your host, Showbiz the Adult, and I'm here with the UK star, soon-to-be crossover sensation, Conor Benn. What's going on, brother?
That was some intro.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I like that.
Yeah.
I rate it.
You know what I mean? I
rate it. That was energy. Yeah. How many times a day do you practice that?
Dude, I do it all the time.
First thing in the morning.
You know, when I wake up, that's how I introduce myself.
It's who you are.
Yeah, it's who I am.
Yeah.
I've replaced my former
Yeah.
self. So have you, dude. I'm so jealous, man. I want to, before we talk about all this boxing stuff, I got to talk about the most important thing.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of you right now, brother.
Why is that?
I'm going to tell you why, okay? I cut off my blonde patch of hair back here. And
mullet.
I loved it so much.
Yeah, it's only right. You've only got to grow it back.
But
You'll be fine. You just got to grow it back. Give it 6 weeks.
Man, you have the ballzinis to go across from hairline all the way to the nape of neck.
Do you know what it is? I like changing it up now and then. I get bored. You know, I hate the norm. I change it up. Then next time, you know, I'll have it all shaved off, or I'll have dreadlocks, or I'll have cornrows, or I'll have a tattoo on my face. Yeah,
See,
like change it up.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That is fire. Where you get that style from?
Which one?
I'm saying you're nothing like your father was just all grit. You know what I mean? You got the
Yeah,
style,
I actually don't even know. It was something I sort of grew into, to be honest. I weren't always into style or fashion or trying to be fashionable. I've got to a stage now where I wear what I want. I just feel comfortable in whatever I do.
Facts.
Yeah, so like if I don't want to dye my hair blonde, I'll dye my hair blonde.
Facts.
If I want to have a tattoo on my face, I'll have a tattoo on my face. I mean,
it still sounds like your father in a certain way, because we got to talk about your father right now.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm a few hours older than you. All right,
Yeah.
I'm not that much.
You're not going to give it away. How old are we talking? You don't look a day over 30.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah,
much. I'm actually far older than you were lying to. That's cool. All
right, cool. Leave it there.
Listen, I remember your father fighting Nigel Benn.
You must be.
Yeah, I'm pretty old.
Yeah.
Pretty old. I was a teenager.
Yeah.
But listen, one thing about your father, I was scared watching him.
Yeah.
And when I first saw you, once it just came to my understanding that he had a son, my first thought was, how was it being a son in that man's house?
Yeah,
I was scared over here watching him on TV.
No, I didn't get that version of my dad.
Wow.
I didn't get that version. My dad, we never really spoke about boxing. I wasn't raised in a household where boxing was a sport looked upon. It wasn't even, I didn't even know my dad was who he was up until I was maybe 13, 14. But I didn't know, I wasn't raised knowing my dad as Nigel Benn, the Dark Destroyer.
Yeah.
It was, so you got to remember, I was raised abroad my whole life. So my dad kept it separate from me. My dad was just my dad. He was my hero because he was my dad. And then as I've got older, I found out who he is, his accomplishments, and the Hall of Famer that he is today.
Speaking of that, when you started fighting professionally, I'm just going to speak for myself. I saw you as Nigel Benn.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But after your first fight with Chris Eubank Jr., which I said many times is the greatest boxing event. Now, we can argue greatest fight. I'm talking about from the lead up to the product in the ring. The greatest boxing event I've ever seen live. I wasn't around for the Thriller of Manila and stuff like that. Yeah. So don't start, roasting me in the comments. But I'm saying, that fight, I thought you separated yourself as you're still your father's son, but I saw you as Conor Benn.
Yeah, I don't know, because for me, I'll always be my dad's son. So like, when people go, you want to step out the shadow, or I'm like, my dad's a G.
Yeah.
Like, he's the OG. Yeah. So for me to even be linked or carry the surname and fly the flag of the Benn name, it's a blessing. So for me, I'll always be my dad's son. Always. And it's a shadow I never really want to step out of. I'm happy to be my dad's son. I'm happy that he is the GOAT. I'm happy that he is a Hall of Famer, inducted in the Hall of Fame in the WBC, made history, 2-time world champion, came over to America and conquered. You know, so I look at that and I go, yeah, it's my dad.
Okay, well, speaking of which, you're gonna carry that legacy some more.
Oh, yeah,
because you brought up the WBC.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you the mandatory for the Victor?
I'm number one, yeah, mandatory. And do you know what? I felt like I should have been world champion 3 years ago. You know, and
Wait, why you say that?
Because I sidetracked my career for the two Eubank fights, and then obviously a lot of drama, a lot of build up over the 3 years, and the fights lived up to expectation and done what they had to do. But I sidetracked because I felt like the public deserved that fight. It was a fight that was in demand. It was a fight that, you know, I feel like the nation come to a standstill to watch. You know, and it was this huge fight. It's never been done before in history. So, you know, to really carry on the legacy. If you want to talk about carry on the legacy, that was carrying on the legacy, like literally. You know, so for me now though, that chapter's done and closed. It's finished. It's done and over with. For me, it's coming over here and conquering.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. What you did over there, how you fight. I know you, right? But this is what I do. We're talking about the casual, the American casual. They need to see the type of fighter you are, right? So coming over here, there's a list of guys. You have Ryan Garcia
list.
versus Barrios, right? Everybody's calling you out too.
Yeah, long list,
and I don't know why, because you coming from middleweight back down. You would think people would be terrified, but they don't believe your
Yeah.
They calling you Shakur, lightweight, calling you. Wait, you think he's serious?
It's hard to say he's not serious because of all his accomplishments and his accolades and what he's achieved in the sport of boxing. But do I think he is legitimately serious? No. Not even in that way. Not like, but why? Why would you want to fight a big punching welterweight who's just gone up to middleweight, beat the guy, and come back down to what? Why? Why would you want that in your life?
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
No, I can
Oh, he don't believe in as he said, but it pays. You know. So it'd be a mega fight. It'd be a stadium fight back home. It's a mega fight. You know, who else is he going to do that with? If you're talking dance partners, everyone needs a dance partner. People know I bring it. People know I love to fight. I come to fight. You'll never see a boring Conor Benn fight ever, because at the end of the day, I feel like it's giving people value for money. And you see, you talking about my dad's fights. You can right now take yourself back there and remember how it made you feel. That's what I want people to feel and see when they watch me fight. You know, in 20 years' time, they told their kids, oh yeah, I remember my dad, we watched your fight, we sat down, we ordered fish and chips, I had this sauce with it, and your ring walk. That's how you want to make people feel. Not, should we turn it off and go to bed, it's going 12 rounds. I'm not interested in that.
That wasn't the Shakur diss, was it?
No, but it is. No, but it is. Unless you're a boxing person. I watched Shakur versus Zepeda, and fair play to him, that's an entertaining fight. And then he come out and said, I'm never fighting like that again.
Yeah, no.
You know, he wants to go back to Tom and Jerry business. You know, but ultimately, if you're a boxing person and you like to watch boxing and you're a boxing purist, you know, he's talented, he's so gifted, his ring IQ, his hand speed, his shot selection, his defense. He lacks in no department. But you're not entertaining. And it's the entertainment business. As I said, I'd rather watch Jake Paul fight than watch Shakur fight. I'd rather, to that degree. I'm not a boxing enthusiast, I'm not a boxing purist. I love entertainment, I love drama, I love a fight, I love the Gatti Wards, I love Diego Corrales, you know, I love, Miguel Cotto. You know, these fighters that just fight with their pride and their heart. You know, leave it all on the line. You know, you got to remember, people are skipping the Pretty Boy Floyd. You're going straight to Money May. You don't get to do that. You can't think just because you win fights your commercial value goes up. Because your price isn't dependent on you being a world champion. Your price is dependent on you putting bums on seats.
Exactly.
And that's why I get paid what I get paid.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you something about getting paid, which would be a big money-making fight. And that's if Ryan Garcia beats Barrios. Do you prefer Ryan Garcia? Because I saw you at the Ring Awards, and y'all had a little.
No, he was squeezing my hand. He was squeezing my hand. So you lot weren't seeing that. So when I shoved him, it was because he was squeezing my hand. So like, I'm always made to be the bad guy.
Right.
I'm not the bad guy here. I think loads of people are just misunderstood. People, they misunderstand me. That's all this is. You want to squeeze my hand? Cool, have a little bit of that. Do you know what I mean? Don't squeeze my hand on camera and think I'm just going to let you squeeze my hand.
Well, that really worked out for me because now I'm anticipating what that fight can look like.
If you like, I'm going to say this, hand on heart. These fights didn't get made way back when because of me. You know, it's different promotional companies. Now the fights are getting easier to get made. The big fights are easier to get made. And I'm here for all of them. I went up straight from 147, you know, ready to jump up to 160. I hadn't fought in a year and a half, straight up to 160, no problem, for 2 fights. I'm going to drop straight back down to 147 and fight the champions at 147 straight away. Straight away, off the cuff. Like, I ain't need no warm-up. I'm about this. I've been about this.
Now, I can tell because you don't have a fight coming up.
No.
And I saw you over there with your shirt off.
Yeah.
And you're shredded wheat.
Yeah.
Which is the second thing I'm jealous of.
Yeah, but I train like it's just part of who I am. Like, I ran my quickest 5K yesterday, surprisingly. I've done a 7 and 8K run in the morning, and then in the evening I ran 5K. Like, I really am about this. If someone pulled out this weekend, I'd jump in. You know, to that degree is what sort of fighter I am. So the reality is I want to be active. I don't want to just make the money and sit and relax and, you know, just live life. I maybe have 3 days in me after a fight and then I'm sitting there going, team, we need to get another fight locked in. You know, I ain't about just sitting around, you know, leisure training, plotting up, spending a bit of money, going on a holiday. There's only so much of that you can do. You know, I'm about this fight game. I'm about this business. A lot of people talk about it. A lot of fighters think they're about it. But then when it comes down to it, are you really about it?
Well, that was crazy because after those wars you've had with Chris, which I want to say, the first fight was a slugfest. The second fight you dominated, which made me feel you could have done it the first time.
And that was the problem here. It wasn't because Eubank was the better man than me. It was because I was undisciplined. And as much as it pains me to say undisciplined, I was undisciplined in the first fight. My emotions got the better of me. Well, it's not, I can't even say undisciplined. I went in there to hurt him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not even joking. I went in there to beat him up. I went in there to really hurt him. You know, and as spiteful and as barbaric as that sounds, I went in there to really hurt him. You know, and that was all I kept thinking, round on round. I wasn't thinking, did I win that round? Did I do this? I just was up ready 30 seconds before every round had gone. I didn't take my 4 minutes sitting down. Every 30 seconds, bang, I'm up, ready to go again, you know. So for me, that's just what I wanted to do. I done what I wanted to do. Second fight, I wanted to be disciplined. Could I have got him out of there sooner? I could have. But I needed to be disciplined. There was one moment in the fight where I threw reckless punches, and I thought, wait, calm down. Yeah, calm down. Literally, it was maybe a second or third round. Yeah. Side luck. Yeah. I thought, no, we're not going back there.
I was so happy you calmed down.
Yeah,
oh my
that's what I'm saying. So, and my trainer's gone to me, you'll kick yourself. You'll be so disappointed because you know you could have got him out of there. But I was like, do you know what though, Tone? I know I've had to stay disciplined in this. And I'm more happy that I stayed disciplined for the 12 rounds, managed to inflict pain in him in the last round, and just go, Joe, that was an easy night's work.
Now, you saying words like inflict pain, punishment, violence. Yeah. Those are all the things we like in the States. Yeah. I think you'll do great in the States. Yeah. But I'm going to ask you one final question.
Okay.
Out of all
I'm enjoying this interview, by the way.
Yeah, well,
I'm enjoying it. I'm good. It's flowing.
Thank you, dude.
No worries. Yeah. Big up.
Because I mean, we could go forever.
Big up.
We on like a short time.
Yeah. So go on. Yeah.
As far as violence.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, you're going to work great for the States. And I feel great that I understand the lineage, understand all this stuff, and I've been following you from the very beginning. I'm a big fan.
I appreciate that.
But out of all the fighters, Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, all these American fighters and great, fantastic fighters, who would you want to inflict this pain and violence upon first?
There's no one I dislike as much as Eubank. And I don't think there will be anyone I dislike as much as Eubank. But if I had to choose, I don't. I feel very differently towards all them names. Eubank for me was very personal. For me, I can't tell you how much I wanted to hurt him. That's all I kept thinking. I'd wake up in the morning and think about hurting him. I'd go to sleep and I'd think about hurting him. You know, like, I was ready to do damage, and it's safe to say I did.
You did.
I took his soul, I got it right in my back pocket.
Yeah.
And I ain't giving it back either. But yeah, and all them names. Listen, all them names can get it. There's nothing personal between me and any of them. Ultimately, they think they beat me. I think I beat them. I'm not entertained by any of them. I like Ryan. I think I don't like Ryan. I don't like him. Don't know why I said that. I don't even know where I was going with that. Do you know what I like about Ryan? Is he is what he is. He's entertaining. He brings chaos. He brings unprofessionalism. He brings entertainment because of those reasons. Haney boring, Shakur boring. Rolly, I like Rolly. He's in a league of his own. He's separate from the rest of all of them. He's just something else.
But listen, you brought up Haney, the bully, Debo.
Haney.
Debo, the bully.
Who's the bully? Who's the bully?
Debo Dav, the bully who dropped Brian Norman. Debo.
Debo. Is that what they call him over here? I call him Puss Puss. I don't know what about no Debo. Debo who? He ain't no bully.
Okay, but you said all of them can
all
get
of them, like genuinely, hand on heart, all of them can get it. I'll come over here, I'll fight all the Americans. They're all great fighters. For me, there's nothing for me back home that I'm interested in. No one that gets the juices flowing.
No.
If you're talking, I'd go Ryan, I'd go Barry, I'd go Ryan, I'd go Rolly, I'd go Shakur. Who else have you got?
Debo.
Yeah, but he's like a track star.
I hear you.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She can run away, you can get far.
Yeah, you were talking about excitement. Tio.
Tio's my guy.
Yeah.
I would love to fight Tio, but he's my guy. Like, he's sick. See him, the press conference. He is the press conference.
Yeah.
He is the life and soul of the party. He is the entertainment. He's what boxing needs.
Yeah.
Because it's boring. Who wants to sit on the fence? Who wants to be boring? Speak what you want to say and say it. Own it.
Well, I pay money to watch the fight. I pay to get entertained.
But you are also a boxing guy. I can tell. You like all that. Oh, look at the shoulder roll.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the look at the jab. Look at the parry.
The common viewer want to see
entertainment. They want to see blood. They want to see a bit of excitement.
Right.
Let me see something.
Right. Well, no matter what, you're in line to take on the winner between Ryan Garcia and Mario.
It'll either be Rolly in May. That's what we're working towards. Rolly in May, or Garcia June, July, or maybe Rolly in May, and then Garcia in September.
Were you supposed to say that?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think it might be an exclusive.
Then we're getting hey!
Yeah, it might be an exclusive. We're working on the Rolly fight for May.
Yo! Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for showing up, brother. Black Two Sugars.
Mate, you make me want to go for a run. I might go start shadow boxing.
Yo, I watch your training when I go work out.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Your
Attack the week.
Really, oh my God, it's phenomenal. Thank you guys, man, for watching. Thank you for showing up.
Pleasure.
All right.